As we get ready for our next presenter, I want to use another quote from Dr. King, and this is a famous quote. Dr. Martin Luther King said, and I quote, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." And I think that quote applies so much for our next presenter, Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson, as many of you know, probably everyone knows, was the former Planned Parenthood director of an abortion facility in College Station, Texas. I knew Abby when she used to work on the other side of the fence because that was the facility outside of which 40 Days for Life began as a local effort before it became an international movement that spread around the globe. When Abby had her conversion, she shocked the world as she was able to share the horrors of what she saw behind the closed doors of the abortion industry and how God peeled the scales away from her eyes and helped her to see life. And she describes in her beautiful book, if you have not read it, order it tonight, get this book, Unplanned. She describes how love won over her heart and brought her out of the abortion industry, love of people outside of that facility. And now she is showing that love through her ministry, And Then There Were None, which I was just with her on Saturday at an event in Pensacola, Florida, and she announced to the crowd there, their ministry has now helped 418 other workers to have conversions and leave the abortion industry. So, Abby, we are thrilled to have you here tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on, Walter and Lori. You know, I was actually, when I was asked to do this, I was just really honored because Walter and Lori are two people who are always supportive of other pro-life groups. They have been huge champions of what we've been doing at And Then There Were None, which is really just been a blessing to us. Is we're the first group to ever do what we're doing, and so sometimes we went in blind and not really knowing how to move forward, but their encouragement has just meant so much to all of us and our team. You know, I was thinking about Walter and Lori. Probably my favorite story was with Walter. It's always a joy to be with them, but one time we were praying. I think it was in Nashville. Maybe, David, you were there, but we were outside of this abortion facility in Nashville. And, you know, we came up and to pray, and there was already a group there praying. And it was an abortion day for them. And we pulled up, and the majority of people out there, maybe all the people out there, were Catholic. And they had these, it's probably one of the biggest rosaries I've ever seen in my life. It was beautiful. It was these wooden rosaries. They were handing them out to people who were coming out there to pray. And you know, they gave me one, and I am a Catholic convert. And so everybody was sort of out there praying the rosary and praying. And here's Walter, not Catholic, but he's standing out there praying with all of us. And that really just struck me. It's always, the story's always sort of stood out to me because that is the essence of who Walter and Lori are. There is no pride. There is no ego. They are probably some of the humblest people I know, and truly some of the most ecumenical people that I know. That, you know, they're willing to stand out there with a group of Catholics, and Walter's out there holding this humongous rosary, you know, and praying along with us. And it was just really, it just showed the beautiful example of Walter and Lori and what they're trying to do, that they are beyond, you know, religious differences or differences, you know, of technique, or there's really just no pride. Their goal is to eradicate abortion. Their goal is to show women that there is a better way. Their goal is to educate the African American population on this tragedy that's taking place in their ethnic group. And it's just really been such a blessing to stand beside them all of these years. And I would just like to encourage everyone. I mean, this is a fundraising call, and they need your help tonight. And so I'm asking people to be generous. I'm asking people to be sacrificial with your support for this group, what they're doing, the way that they're shedding light on what's taking place in our country and the scourge that's happening in the African American community in regards to abortion is something that that no one else is doing as well as they are doing. And so I would just encourage people to really consider giving tonight and to think about how you can give sacrificially, to find out how you can help them spread the word about what they're doing, to share the information that they put out on Twitter and Facebook and various social media. They need your help. They are a small operation, but they are doing very mighty things for the Lord. And so thank you, Walter and Lori, for the work that you do, and thanks to all of you who are here on the call tonight.
Amen. Well, Abby, as you were saying that, I remember a quote I heard years ago. We may not always see eye to eye on theological issues, but this is a cause where we can stand arm in arm, united in the cause for life. And I couldn't agree with you more. I've seen Walter and Lori linking arms with everybody across every faith tradition and background, and it has been beautiful to see. And I want to thank you also, Abby, as such a pro-life rock star that is able to help bring so many people together in this movement in such a beautiful and profound way.